Cool. Well, whoa, that was a lot, man.
That was
That
a lot.
We got we got into feels, but what do you say we
Ready to get into music?
I think so.
I think
what
I'm
do
ready.
you guys think?
I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do
ready.
this.
Let's
Let's
do
see.
this,
What are the
guys.
rules?
I know this is your favorite part. But yes, guys, you guys know we do our homework every week and we try to research as many bands as possible. And of those bands, we always try to bring one amazing band back to you guys weekly.
Yep.
We try to usually go with up and coming bands that don't have as much clout as the kids would say.
Mhm.
50K monthly listeners or less. We
Mhm.
try to abide from that on Spotify. We'll play 2 songs from these bands that we picked out
Mm-hmm.
and talk why we picked them. You know, how did they make us feel, or what drew us to this particular band, this particular music, and you know, bring them up to you guys. That we want these bands to make it big, man. It's great music that deserves to be listened to.
Oh yeah.
Um, we'll have the Spotify barcodes on the screen when we play these songs.
Somewhere
That way,
around here.
that way it's easily for you
Yeah.
guys to access these bands, and you can also find them on our weekly playlists where we'll feature them. Um, that being said, you
Alright.
know, you guys can play along and let us know who has
Mm-hmm.
the better band. I know it's usually me, but
Um,
that being said, who are we going with first this week?
I'm gonna go with the winner of this week first.
Oh,
You want me to go
word.
first?
Oh no, you must have misunderstood. I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
With my artist.
Okay.
Her name is Devin Thompson.
Oh,
I want to ask you to do something for me. Consider this: her
Okay.
credentials.
Yeah.
Signed to Coast Talent.
hey,
She's
Okay.
a Gibson guitar artist. Keep that in mind.
Gibson guitar. Okay, that's legit. Right
Uh,
there.
A big fucking deal.
That's
But I want you to keep this in mind and just come up with the number of monthly listeners. Just guess.
so she's already a Gibson guitar.
And signed to Coast Town, which is
okay. Mind
That's
you,
pretty good.
both
mind you,
big deals.
Gibson guitars, like they represent the best of the best. Man.
Represent
You
the
got
best of the
Kirk
best.
Hammett.
Oh yeah.
Dave Mustaine, Slash. I think.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yes.
in my research with just her, I found, I'm not gonna cheat or anything, but like they sign artists every year,
yeah.
up and coming artists, and man, they've got some good artists, man.
Yeah.
Some up and coming artists that just put out some great music.
Damn.
Devin Thompson is one of those. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my first song, "Sharp Teeth," at 1 minute 41 seconds. And whenever you're ready.
Let's do it.
All right, 1 sec. I'm just.
I know you're good. So yeah, she's from LA. Got some grunge in there.
It's got a little sentimental on here.
Mm-hmm.
Good voice.
Oh yeah, dude. The songwriting is
That's a
impeccable.
really good transition right there.
That's is incredible.
I have to admit something.
What's that?
I think you added her one of the playlists weeks before.
Mm-hmm.
Been listening to her since.
Yep.
Been listening to her since, man.
It's like a garbage sound.
Yeah,
That
man.
grunge, you know?
Yeah, man. So I like to put it like this is kind of what it came to mind. So first off, just like with India Arkin, I put on the first song and then the last song finished, like the
Yeah.
whole library, and I listened to every song, couldn't find a bad song. And the music is just incredible. The songwriting, as you can tell, is just great. Like Melissa Etheridge, Tracy Chapman level
Yeah,
songwriting.
for sure.
It's got like a PJ Harvey garbage kind of edge to her, and the music just like that alt kind of grunge, kind
Yeah.
of like kind of
Yeah.
mid STP kind of third, fourth album. Got like that mix of grunge and alts
I hear
rock
that.
in there. Maybe a little Bjork, a little
Hey,
bit,
I can hear
right?
that. I can hear
Right?
that.
Kind of, she kind of reminded me of like the voice, like kind of like Lord.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
kind of like unconventional, but like it fits the music.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
So, just a lot of ingenuity in there. Like the Kills, kind of. She reminds me of the Kills a little
Okay,
bit.
yeah,
Music
yeah,
wise,
music-wise,
yeah. Take a guess. How many monthly listeners?
Okay, so you're saying
Signed to Gibson.
coast to
already.
coast, Gibson guitar. She's got to at least have 20, bro.
We're keeping it under 50. I'd say maybe
She's got to
In
at
the
least 20,
40s.
20K.
8,000.
8,000.
That's it. That's it.
8,000 listeners.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
This is criminal. Honestly,
very, honestly,
It-
very.
It should be criminal. This lady can sing.
Jeez.
She can write a song.
Yeah.
Man, you really have to check her out. Devin Thompson. My second song is called Straightjacket.
Straight.
I connected with this song because of, well, I'll explain later. Let's see. Figured we'll start from the beginning.
It's more creep pop.
Yeah.
I like it.
Dark on my own, haunted, but I feel it dripping down my arm, sealing my deal. I can see you right behind
Yeah.
me. I'm on my knees. Come at me your way. I'm kinda lonely, kinda shifty. Light on
She
my
has like that
mind.
early Gwen
Come on,
Stefani.
hold me.
Yeah.
You know, before all the back row shit.
Yeah. She's really good.
She's extremely good.
Very good. And so I'm going to share a few of the lyrics from the first song, Sharp Teeth. You say to me together, because I churned it up together, and I'll say I'm fine without you, but I'll churn you up together. Now that I told you I want to slice a bit, because if my thoughts keep slipping, that's for me. There's
shit.
some like self-harm
Yeah.
kind of
That's-
reference
yeah,
there.
a lot to unpack.
And so like you're trying to say we're together, but like it's best for me not to, but I'm kind of churning this a little bit. Like
Yeah,
like you're kind of in a tortured relationship almost.
yeah.
And you harm yourself to stay in this kind of relationship a little bit. And in Straightjacket, I'm in the dark on my own, haunted by it. I feel it dripping down my arm, sealing my deal. I can see you right behind me. I'm on my knees. Come at me your way. I'm kind of lonely, kind of shifty, a lot on my mind, so come on, hold me.
Man.
Big Mac says he really likes the bass line.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
there you go.
It was
Yeah.
great.
Oh, yeah. And the thing that I find really interesting is the music's very simple. Guitar, bass, tubs, vocals. No gimmicks,
Yeah.
nothing at all.
Pretty driving bass line, but you
Oh,
have
yeah.
simple riffs.
Oh yeah, and then the themes of this song are incredible. So this song Straightjacket kind of reminds me of my relationship with PTSD. It's like
yeah.
it's like a toxic relationship. It's there. It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
But you know, you're kind of haunted by it and it's always there, but sometimes you just kind of feel helpless.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
that's
saying? And later on in the song she talks about a straitjacket for two. So you're locked,
good. You're stuck together.
you're stuck together in this relationship, and for me that's perfectly describes PTSD for me. It's always there
Yeah.
and you get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
It's weird. You're comfortable always being on guard and always afraid and always ready to run. Like it's comforting almost, kind of
Yeah.
like how she sings in Sharp Teeth, like you're it's there.
Yeah.
It's you're just comforted because it's there.
Well, I mean, and there's a lot, like for a lot of us who deal with depression or anxiety or ADHD, like
Mhm.
there is a sense of, you know, those sort of feelings that come from
Mhm.
a place, you know, people with anxiety, you know, comes from different things.
Yeah.
But like I mean, I don't have PTSD like you do, so I can
Mhm.
only imagine like
Yeah.
the stuff that you've been through, the traumas that you've experienced that has these triggering effects. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't even know how you deal with it, man.
Dude, like, what I can say is therapy definitely helped. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done to go to
Yeah.
therapy for that.
Oh man.
Talk about the things that I experienced. I mean, just heartbreak. I mean, we're talking like profound loss,
Yeah,
and you feel powerless.
Yeah.
And that stays with you. And I'm 20 years beyond that trauma right now,
yeah,
and it still haunts me.
yeah.
And I'm going, it could just be I'm out at like Walmart, and then it could be just a loud, sharp noise or something like that, and all of a sudden my entire body's shaking,
Damn.
and it's always there. Like, sometimes I'm trying to go to sleep, and these just horrible thoughts happen.
Yeah,
What if someone very close to me dies,
yeah,
or gets assaulted, or got two almost adult kids? They'll go out later at night, and I'm worrying the entire time, already ready for
yeah.
the call from the cops or something like that. And I've had to learn how to kind of interject.
Yeah,
So like with thoughts like that, I can catch it now.
yeah,
I'm like, okay, you can stop your bullshit now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen. When I'm out in public, especially when I'm with my family, I'm very anxious. Like we could be anywhere. We went to go eat at like Panera or Corner Bakery or something like that. It was kind
Yeah.
of busy and just loud. You got those sharp noises, like
yeah. People talking and
people
stuff.
talking, and
Music
like
blasting.
yeah, learning how to deal with stuff like that so you can actually do normal stuff.
Yeah,
And it took months for me to be able to like not have to look at the door all the time when I'm out in public.
yeah,
There's so much that goes
Jesus.
into it. It's very intensive, but it's identifying little things you can do to help with that. And it's actually really it's been a journey. It's still very hard,
Yeah.
but it's a lot better than being scared of doors or loud noises.
Well, and like
Yeah.
those things you can't control, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can't like tell people, hey, can you please keep it down?
Yeah, exactly. And so here I am, like my hands literally shaking because of noise or whatever. So that's when I'm like, okay, I need to do something.
Yeah,
This is like, okay, I need to do something. For me, I just got very practical things that I've picked up along the way. Those running thoughts, okay, stop.
yeah,
If I know I'm going somewhere loud, I put some things in, like I have some things that I put into my ears that just help me. Like,
things you put in your ears.
yeah, all right. I don't do this shit. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't really do this. This isn't really an endorsement. This is the shit that I use. So look at that. Oh, their audio. It's look how beat up that thing is. I've had this thing on my keychain for about 3 or 4 years, and they're like earplugs, but
Yeah.
they don't block the sound. It's like fucking magic or something.
really.
But it just does something with like those really sharp noises
Uh-huh.
that just kind of ease. So like I'll be shaking. I'm literally shaking. My Mrs. Mayhem be like, "You okay?" Like,
Yeah,
and my hands are shaking, and I'm like, "Okay, I need to put those things in." And within minutes, I'm fine. I
Oh,
I don't
wow.
even know how to explain
Dang.
it,
Wow.
but I have a backup pair. that I have.
Serious?
Honestly, it's one of the only things that has helped me with those kind of triggers, with the loud noises.
Yeah,
I put them in before I go to shows. If I know I'm gonna go somewhere with a lot of people, like one of the more uh, famous pizza places around that's always busy. Like if I know
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to a place that's gonna be loud, I put them in right away.
Dang.
If there's at the store something loud and I start to feel anxious, put them in. I don't know what it does, but holy shit, it works.
I mean, I can only imagine someone with PTSD. I mean, to me, the airport.
oh, dude,
Airports, I'm anxious as hell because
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out, especially when you're traveling with family and you're like,
you're
trying to-
already stressed.
you're already stressed.
yeah.
You're trying to, find your boarding pass and shit, and like, there's announcements. Wait, that's from our gate. No, that's from our gate. Wait, what's going on?
Yeah,
It's hard. It's tough
It's very tough
already, but I could like, I can't imagine.
yeah,
to be even triggered. I mean,
yeah.
Right.
I was at an event this morning where
Were you running again?
yes, I was
God.
running it. But
Look bad.
they
Shit.
it was badly organized and everyone was trying to squeeze through one gate. So you have like 3,000 people trying to squeeze. It it seemed like a festival, like a concert to me.
Yeah.
And right, like they were letting people go around like 50 at a time, so everyone's squeezing through this one gate, and I was there about 30 minutes right before the gate with like hands up to my chest and just breathing. Like a
Mhm.
couple of my friends like, "You okay?" I'm like, I everything closing in, like claustrophobia, and
Yeah.
just so many people trying to talk, so many people, and then they
Mhm.
have music going, just trying to drown out the noise. I'm like, let me just get through this. Let me just get through
Yep.
this. I mean, something like that I'd never
Yeah.
even thought about.
There's just very practical things. So like talking about PTSD, the treatment, at least from my experience, isn't to cure it. I mean, it's always going to be with you,
Yeah.
but it's to identify triggers or identify things that you can
Yeah.
handle. And they're very practical. Like when you find these runaway thoughts or like this anxiety, just stop.
Yes.
Some
Yeah.
stuff to, quit being ridiculous. Like just stop that shit. Like
Yeah.
there's stuff like that. There's stuff like these things, like if I know I'm going to be panicking or if I'm in a situation where there's a lot of noise suddenly or something, the first thing I look for are my keys. Like it's just become
Oh,
a thing. So I
okay.
put those things in, I'm good. If we're out and I've noticed that I'm kind of really worried about like something bad happening, naturally, I look for exits and stuff like that. But I kind of put myself in a position where I can kind of see everything.
Yeah.
And it's not like being hyper vigilant, like I'm continuously looking. It's just that I know what to do if something bad were to happen.
Yeah.
It's kind of like satisfying little bits
Yeah.
of it and kind
Yeah.
of easing the anxieties like one at a time.
Yeah.
So that's my experience with it. I don't know if you all have similar experiences, our brothers and sisters and fellow human beings, vets out there. If you have similar experiences out there, any tips to help, I mean, by all means, share that.
Oh yeah.
But if you do have PTSD, if you think you might have PTSD, just ask, take a test, and there is some real helpful treatment out there. It's
Yeah,
hard.
for
It
real.
was one of the hardest things I've ever done, talking about what I experienced.
Can
But
imagine.
For real.
after I learned some of these really just practical interventions and things like that, it just helped a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Especially for PTSD Awareness Month.
Oh yeah,
Yes. Yes.
absolutely.
That's right. And it's not just vets too. I mean, there's a lot of people who
Oh
dealt with
no,
trauma, who,
absolutely.
victims of abuse.
Mhm.
People have gone through intense situations. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Traumatic event.
traumatic events. I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of shit going on in the world. There's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of wars, a lot of
Mhm.
violence, and you know, with the ongoing news cycle, it's
Yeah.
easy to say like, oh, that shit happened down,
Mhm.
upstate New York or something like that. And then the next news cycle, we kind of forget about it.
Yeah.
But the people involved don't forget about it.
Oh yeah. Well, how about the hidden victims that we have? Men are victims of sexual abuse and sexual
Yeah,
assault,
absolutely.
and we're not allowed to talk about it, I
No.
guess, or something like that.
Yeah.
And even women or non-binary persons that don't have a support system,
Yeah.
a lot of women and non-binary people are afraid to step up and say something happened to me, and they suffer in
Mhm.
silence.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to put a stop to that first
Yeah.
off.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, if you need help, get some help. People do believe you when you share things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
Very
anyway,
good.
back to Devin Thompson.
I mean,
man.
when we talk a lot and we get a lot out of lyrics, that's when we know, like, okay,
Oh yeah,
you got something. This is really
but
good.
yeah.
dude,
She's very good.
binding yourself to the like that kind of mental health toxic thing, talking about self-harm, things to make you feel something other than
Yeesh.
that, man. But like I was saying, she's from Los Angeles. According to her bio, she grew up kind of like a misfit, found solace in music.
Yeah.
Always attracted to like performance art. She said that her first memory is putting her fist through a window and like bleeding all over the place, scaring the dog piss out of her parents.
Oh my
And
god.
she's always been kind of like that
Yeah.
misfit. And she's not your typical California girl, safe to say. But she says some of her influences are like Susie and the Banshees, which is really good.
Yeah.
The Cramps, the Beatles.
I can see the
Honestly,
Cramps. Yeah. I
yeah.
can see the Cramps.
Just an incredible artist. I was honestly, I heard that one song. I listened to Sharp Teeth, I think last week or the week before, but then I got to listen to everything else, and it was just like, man.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the winner for this week, Devin Thompson. We'll let Green be in a chaotic play, since that's what we believe in. Who's
Yeah.
next?
Who's next?
Let's
you know,
look.
I'll go
Groupie's next.
All
I'll
right.
go next. First of all, like I told you, I took a listen to Devin.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good. So trying to find a
Try to follow that up.
Trying to follow that up. No, I did my best, but I think I'm proud with what I came with
Mhm.
this week. I kind of gave a hint last week when we were talking about our playlist,
Mm.
and I talked about imagine if the Strokes
Mhm.
did their version of like kind of a Mexican like regional kind of
Oh,
corrido music.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
If the Strokes like covered Sepultura music.
No, if the Strokes covered Los Tucanes de Tijuana.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
talking-
Now I'm in, yeah. I'm interested.
Now we're-
now pique my interest. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
I piqued your interest. You know what? I'll just go with. Figured. Let's start. The first song. It's called Intenciones. It started about 20 seconds in. It has a little bit of a long intro. Let's just dive into it.
Let's do it.
You're right. Very Strokes-ish though.
There he is.
Yeah.
The vocals.
They got like the polka upbeat going.
Yes.
Yep. I think I can hear Miss Mayhem over there dancing.
Oh no, that's just me.
Oh, that's just you.
Distorted vocals. and
Yeah.
the distorted guitar.
Yeah.
Shoegazy in a way.
Kind of shoegazy, but you can hear like elements of like Café
Yes.
Tacuba, a little bit like with the kind of
Yes.
yeah.
They don't have it in this song, but they'll play with the accordion too in their
Yeah.
songs. You know, this was just to introduce them. One of the most popular songs, Intenciones, and it's a little, just like in most corridos. It's a love song.
Yeah.
I like to call corridos like for me the original emo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all sad.
Yeah. It's getting their heart broken. Love sick. Yeah.
But let me talk a little bit about them. Amazing band from San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, they like to describe themselves as indie alternative Mexican regional music. Yeah, I kid you not, that's what they're going with. And they said, you know, they try to blend these like Latin and kind of corrido with dream pop and psychedelic influences that they have. And I gotta say, that's like, this is in their bio. I was like, that is spot on. That is exactly what I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of psychedelic, kind of like that Cuco dream pop.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. Yeah.
But with those elements of those corridos tumbados that are
Well,
famous right now.
Well, it's like they got the structure of those corridos really good. Like,
Oh, yeah.
upbeats and everything. But then like they added like those
Yeah.
guitar effects and like you said, the distorted
Yeah.
voice, some of those things, and you're just kind of like, wait, this is
you
Yeah.
you think about it for a while, but then like this is really good.
It is. It is.
Like I said, from San Antonio, Texas, they have 7.4 thousand monthly listeners.
okay.
Very, very new to the scene.
Okay.
They, do I dare say, maybe like the new Tejano movement?
Okay.
Maybe,
Kinda like an
yeah.
alternative Tejano
An
movement?
alternative
Tejano?
Tejano, kind of like Tejano for the new generation now.
Okay.
Okay, I like it.
But that's kind of what I hear from them.
Kind of like if Selena had a neck tattoo.
Well, the guitar, the dude that she married was a
Yes.
heavy metal
Yeah.
guitarist, man.
Yes.
Here's some of those solos in Selena songs, man.
Yeah.
Just shredding a little bit.
But no, yeah, this one very much a love song, Dos niños al reír, amor cachorro, los dos sin oro, dijiste yo te adoro. It's, you know, kind of like professing your love, especially a new
Mhm.
love
Mm.
to a new love, that puppy kind of love. But at the end, que no realizase a quererme, pero fue cierto, deja mi corazoncito abierto, por eso el resultado me ha dejado aquí tu lado llorando.
Oh
So
shit.
more like I opened up to you, and me, I think we all struggle with that. There's
Mhm.
something really, really scary about being vulnerable to
Yeah.
someone.
It is.
Very,
it,
yes.
it can be something very, very beautiful and very rewarding, but being at the beginning of it, especially, it is extremely scary when you put thought into it. I'm like,
Mhm.
I am trusting someone with like my
Yeah.
I'm giving someone the ability to break me to
Yeah.
pieces,
Yeah.
and I'm trusting them with this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's kind of what the song just goes about, like that puppy love, that having that infatuation, but coming with the price of leaving yourself vulnerable and
Yep.
broken at the end,
Yeah.
being alone.
Yep.
But again, original emo.
Yeah.
Listen
Right.
to any of these Mexican dad songs.
Oh yeah.
That's the original emo.
For sure. Man. For sure.
But I loved how they were able to blend kind
Yeah.
of two cultures, two generations. and
Yeah.
it actually fits, man. It actually
I have
plays
to admit,
well.
yeah. I have to admit, yeah. That's wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are, again, they're called Los Juanos.
Los Juanos.
Los Juanos.
Mhm.
That first song was Intenciones, from San Antonio, Texas. They are
John.
touring right now throughout Texas,
Okay.
possibly visiting a town near us, or a town
Okay.
where we live.
Maybe.
Okay.
So there might be a chance to go see them fly.
Los Juanos.
Los Juanos.
Mhm.
I want to
So
start this.
Can I wear my denim jacket with my boots?
You can.
Denim vest with your boots.
Oh,
There
denim
we
vest.
go.
There you go.
Yeah. You
And
gotta
a
get
white
the
belt.
With a white
you
belt.
gotta get the like fringe going there.
And a cowboy hat.
This next song, really good. You could definitely hear more the Mexican influence,
Mhm.
corridos influence of this one. You'll hear the accordion, but it's their latest single, and I feel like, you know we've all been there, hurt, lost,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and especially in our culture. What does it tell us to look for right away? Otra lata,
Mhm.
another can,
Another can. Yeah.
drown your sorrows.
Been there.
Another.
Yeah,
Yep.
very easily to drown your sorrows and to
Mhm.
Yeah.
find yourself down that spiral. Um, so it hit. The song hit. Let's figured let's start at about 35 seconds in. Otra lata, another can.
La bocina retumbaba recio, una
This
cheve en la
released me in.
mano y yo ya bien pedo.
Yo ya ando pedo.
Yo ya bien necio, ya he tomado de todo, ya estoy tirado en el suelo.
And then I'm already in the ground.
Mejor aquí me quedo.
I'd rather stay here.
Embarrado de celos, mientras sigo pensando en ti.
Mexican emo, man.
It's Mexican emo, bro.
Seguiré tomando así.
But
Ya traté de olvidarte,
how
nadie viene
true is
a
that?
consolarme.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all gone through it at some extent, and
Mhm.
I'm sure we've all been given the advice: drown your sorrows, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you find yourself, like it's like in
Yeah.
and suelo, man. You'll find yourself on the floor. You'll find yourself at rock bottom, and this is where you are, man.
Yeah.
This is what it brings you.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. We talked about, mental health from a generational standpoint.
Yes.
Right. And
Mhm.
for a lot of us who grew up in this culture, drinking your sorrows is part of that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yes, it is. And I feel like, just, yes, our culture, but for many men in many cultures in general.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Drinking, stay quiet, open this up, and
Yeah.
drink your sorrows.
Exactly. Which, you know, from a standpoint of like, your best friend's going through a rough time and he just needs someone there, okay, we'll go over, take a six pack
Yeah.
and we'll just kind of hang out and see where it goes. But the ultimate like sort of generational outcomes of that is just kind of like you're basically saying it you have to drink your emotions.
There's a difference because I've been going through stuff this past year,
Mhm.
and there's been a difference from a friend or someone you consider a friend. Like, come on, I'm gonna take you out. We're gonna
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and just getting plastered. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
nothing came out of it.
Yeah.
But just feeling the guiltiness of it the next
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
To having a friend come over. Yeah, bring a six pack, but allowing yourself or having this friend or being that friend to tell me what's going on. What's
Yeah.
up? We just said it. Men who know how to ask for help.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
being that friend. Yeah, take a six pack, take this, whatever. But being able to like talk to me.
What's going on?
What's
Yep.
going on?
Yeah.
Instead of drowning your sorrows, speak them out. Get them
Yeah.
out. Tell me about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a difference between
Oh, big difference. Yeah.
taking that to
The-
Yeah.
hey, let's get shaved face. That's so you can forget
Yeah.
your
Well,
sorrows.
the
Yeah.
boys, we talk about boys modeling the behavior of their fathers, right? Like this
Yes.
was our growing up is
Yes.
you got something wrong, grab a beer, like join the club or something like
Grab
that.
a beer, go listen to sad music, and
Yeah.
everything will be fine. When
Yes.
that's
But
not how
now
it works.
changing kind of like that cycle of substance abuse, talking to your kids about that too is like there's healthy ways of dealing with this. Let's just talk about it. It's hard to
Yeah.
talk about.
It is. It really
But
is.
just talk about it.
Yeah. Well, it's separating too, because I think a lot of times, especially like not just in the Mexican culture, but just in all cultures, really, there's
Mhm.
alcohol has become like very synonymous with celebrating.
Yeah.
Has come celebrate with sporting events has been.
Yeah.
It's also synonymous with, trying to deal with shit that
Yeah.
you're not ready to deal with, and that's where it becomes unhealthy. And so, like I think separating, alcohol on its own may necessarily not be bad.
Mm-hmm.
The abuse of alcohol
Oh yeah.
is when it gets bad.
But I feel like you kind of saying synonymous with like celebrating or
Mhm.
get emotions out. But I feel like it's the opposite. It's I don't know for my experiences like with me or even other friends or people that I've known. It hasn't been, hey, let's go get drunk to get your emotions out. It's been more like, hey, let's go get drunk to forget your emotions.
Yeah.
To keep them where they need to be kept. Where
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Let's go cheer him up. Let's go get drunk.
pretty much to try to
Suppress it almost.
suppress it to
Mhm.
thinking that will eliminate them, but
No.
really it just
No.
it'll lead you down a spiral.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And alcohol abuse is nothing to also shrug at. I mean, there's many alcoholics.
Mhm.
I mean, we know
Yeah,
many alcoholics who struggle. It's a disease. Alcoholism is
Yeah.
a disease, just like
Addiction, yeah.
addiction. It's an addiction, and it's interesting commentary because like you can tell from the song this guy's pouring his heart out.
Yep.
he's singing about that
Mhm.
that spiral, that finding yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like he's not singing about like, hey, let's go. He's singing about I'm finding myself down another can, otra lata,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and getting frustrated, getting and finding
Mm.
myself on the floor. It's just finding yourself in that downward spiral.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not recognizing.
It's like that recognizing
Yeah.
it's knowing where you're going,
Yeah.
going down this path.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's heavy, man.
It is.
I-
It is.
I gotta
get-
say though, I like it.
I like
It was good, though. It was good.
Yeah.
Maybe we grew up in this culture. We like this, but that this second song, I wanted to bring it out just because it did hit that point.
Yeah.
But that one was more traditional kind of.
with, with the accordion. And
It does have a guitar solo in it, so it kind of brings it. But
okay.
I didn't want to put the guitar solo. I wanted to put the words that kinda
Yeah.
drew me into
Yeah.
it. But a lot of their music, again, Los Juanos, they've just put out singles.
Mm.
They don't really have any EPs or albums
Oh,
yet.
dang,
It's
okay.
been a lot of singles, so I was able to go through most of their music, and man, it really is kind of like that first song, Intenciones. It's that
Mhm.
blend that kind of in some other songs it goes more kind of popish, more like that
Yeah.
dream pop
Yeah.
mix, kind of psychedelic, and it's just great music.
Oh yeah.
Los Juanos, please check them out.
Mhm.
Again,
I'll write that down.
I want to say, for me, this is going to be the new Tejano movement.
Okay. You hear to hear first on
Yes,
RockMental.
yes.
There you go. All right, gentlemen. I think it's the proverbial save the best for last.
Oh.
So
We shall
Before you
see.
say anything, I have to agree.
oh, music. Okay, so
Ooh.
I gotta tell a story. So 2 Sundays ago,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Figured and I found ourselves at an establishment called the Rock House.
Okay.
Okay.
Because our friends Lockjaw
Okay.
came to town, and we wanted to go support. You know, we wanted, you know, we talked about him. We featured him on one of the first episodes of RockMental. We talked to Jeff Ogle, the
Yep.
awesome guitarist, on one of our first episodes of Beyond the Pit. Awesome guys. We wanted to go
Oh,
show
yeah.
our support. It's so cool. And I mean, the whole evening was just so awesome because like we got to listen to a lot of good bands, a lot of local bands, and all of them were really, really good. All of them were really good. And you know, we're there watching. Okay, cool, get ready. You know, we're seeing the Lockjaw guys coming in now and getting ready. That's why I'm wearing my Lockjaw shirt.
Okay.
Thank you very
Yes.
much, Lockjaw. Thank you. This is a really awesome, good shirt. White for summer because it's getting hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Getting
getting
hot.
warm.
So, like I mentioned last week, the band that opened up for
Mhm.
Lockjaw goes by the name Honey and Verosa.
Okay.
Honey and
Honey
Verosa.
and Barossa.
So let me paint you a picture. So Figure and I are just chilling, you know, back there. I'm having my beer. It's cool, you know. And we're listening to these bands, and they're good. They're good. Like we're jamming out. We're good. We're finding their details, finding them on Spotify. It's really, really good. About what would you say, Figure? About like maybe 20 seconds
Yeah.
into Honey and Verosa's very first song, we're like, we need to get up there.
Who is this?
We got up, we got to the front, and we're like, who are these guys?
Mhm.
And we kind of joked last time, but it's for real. The guitar is busted out a purple Flying V.
Oh.
Purple.
You know it's gonna be good if you got the flying view.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
better shred if you're
Oh,
gonna bring
uh-huh.
a flying purple
did
flying.
he shred?
Okay.
Okay. But these dudes live were just so awesome. Just killed it. They were spot on. Everything was clean. And the vocalist was just all over the place. But their sound was so awesome that we're like, okay, we gotta beat these guys. So
Yep.
we had the honor to meet up with these guys at the show, after the show, and said, what's up? Hey, what's going on? You know, you guys are really good. And since then, so it's about 2 weeks, it's just been jamming out on Spotify.
Yep.
Just been jamming on Spotify just over and over. Their songs are so awesome, and learning more about the band through
Mhm.
website and through the Bandcamp and everything like that has just been really cool. I'm gonna play their first song.
Okay.
And before I get to the monthly listens, I need you guys to listen.
All right.
We might have heard a little bit last week, but I need you guys to listen. Their first song is
Mhm.
called Strawberry, Strawberry.
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 Strawberry. Too strong. Let's start at the beginning because it'll kick you in the ass. Okay, so
Why?
speaking of bass, that's syncopation.
Mhm.
Metalcore.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Ready? Just when you thought you got the song figured out. Bam. The love's got way too much.
Yeah.
And the Cubs.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Hey.
Yeah.
Very good.
I like it.
Dude, it's they describe themselves as melodic metalcore.
Mm-hmm.
And you can really hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Last week I mentioned they kind of remind me of like Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah.
They've also said like Asking Alexandra, which I get.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, okay, but that doesn't quite get there. And I'm listening and
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it, what's going on. Like the best I can do. And Honey and Rosa is actually joining us live on the
Oh.
show on
Hey.
Instagram. So please correct me if I'm wrong. But like the only way I can describe it is if like the used played metalcore.
Yeah. It's like,
I like that.
I'm trying to, like, I'm thinking like Godsmack maybe a little. No.
No, but like okay,
like I'm trying to, like you said, piece it together, but
like even like a little kill switch, because you know kill switch is in like all screamy all the time.
Yeah.
Like he's got the melodic lines and they got the alternating time signatures and going in and out. Like that
Yeah.
that's the structure of it. But like there's just something different.
yeah.
There's something different about them. How many monthly listeners do you think they got? Just by the sound.
I'd say like around 10.
That's about
1,000.
15K.
They have 52.
52.
52. That's it. I
Per
think
month.
yeah. I
And
think
you're one of
I
them.
think I'm one of them. Yeah.
Oh.
I think I was number 52. This is criminal, guys.
Whoa.
Criminal.
This is unsatisfactory. I'm not going to accept it. These guys, you can tell, work their ass off
Mm-hmm.
for their craft. You can tell just by the sheer rawness, but the cleanliness. Like they're spot on.
Oh yeah.
Like you especially live.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to play any music, but when you're playing your songs in front of a crowd, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. And any band out there, I know Big Mac could probably test this too. It's difficult. It's
Yeah.
hard. But they do it with such precision. You can just work. You can just tell how hard they work.
Yeah.
They're a 5-piece.
Okay.
Okay, they're from El Paso, Texas,
Okay.
El Chuco town,
The Chuco Town. Okay.
and they are very open about what these songs mean. So this song, Strawberry Strawberry, they call it like they premise it like just love, man. But like you go through some of these words, your love's got ways to know you. Your love's got ways to show that you'd rather be alone.
Yep.
And later on, it says, I trace your lines, keep your sins inside my mind just so nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
But it also talks about like, you know, you'll decorate all your mistakes and live yours anew.
Mhm.
So to me, I think we got a theme going on, gentlemen. I think we got a theme going on. To me, it's kind of like when you're in a relationship or you're like really into someone and you kind of start excusing almost their shitty behavior.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And again, Honey and Rosa, please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the kind of way Ice took it. Like, you know, you want to hide the bad shit so you only see the good shit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like what we talked about last week is like you're sacrificing yourself and your own mental health to be with this person
Mm-hmm.
to you know try to have a relationship. And you know, I think Strawberry is kind of like you're enjoying the sweetness, but at the same time,
Yeah. Strawberries can be tart also.
it can be very
Yeah.
tart and,
Yeah.
and everything like that. And so like I think it's a sentiment that a lot of us
Mhm.
have felt before, have gone through,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
you know, especially in that the more fun part of it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what, you kind of suck, but I'm gonna forgive you. Or yeah, you
Just
know,
being love blind sometimes.
exactly, exactly.
That's
You
a-
overlook a lot of stuff.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. And it's not until you're like fucking miserable till you're like, something's not right here.
Yes.
Exactly.
And in there, yeah. And I think all three bands fit this. When you can't think of what they sound like.
Yes.
Like with Devin Thompson, I'm like, wait, what?
What?
Los
Los Juanos.
Guanos, I'm like,
This is new.
this is stuff I've listened to before, but different. And then with these, I'm trying to put together like Breaking Benjamin. No,
No,
I'm just like
not Breaking
listening,
Benjamin,
going
yeah.
through my Rolodex. Like, the kids out there, ask your parents what a Rolodex is. Going through my Rolodex in there, and like I can't put my finger on it, but it's really good,
Right?
Good.
really good.
I think we got some messages here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Big Mac said I gotta check these dudes out.
Hell yeah.
Black Mirror said nail on the head, overlooking the toxicity because you're addicted to the madness. I also said being addicted to something that's bad for you.
Yeah, that's a great way.
Perfect.
Oh, that's Honey and Verosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's them
Yeah.
saying that.
Well, we kind of talked about like alcohol not being good, like in the wrong context. So like having a beer or two at dinner, or
Having a beer
or
too,
even three
Yeah.
at,
it's
at a
one-
party with
friends,
your
yeah.
friends. But then, there's 4 and then 5 and then 6 and then you're drinking alone at home and then you're drinking before you go to work because you're going to get stressed out, and then you need beer or liquor to get to sleep, and then it's kind of like it kind of becomes toxic after a while.
Being young and finding yourself, oh my god, I got wasted and I
Yeah.
knocked out of my friend's couch or on the floor or this or that, to I got drunk by myself at home and knocked out on the couch or whatever. I need a few drinks
Yep.
before work today just to get through the stressful day.
Yep.
But it's the excuses.
It's the
Mhm.
excuses.
It's the excuses. Like, oh, well, I had a good time. I'll
Yeah.
probably do it again.
But now apply those excuses to a toxic relationship.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Because fighting is normal. Everybody fights. Me and Mrs. Mayhem, we bump heads every once in a while. It's normal, but then it happens all the time. Now you're
Yeah.
doing it in public. Now you're doing it every day. You're doing it before you go to sleep. Now you're doing it when you wake up.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those things that it can be normal and actually healthy,
hmm
but then after a certain point, it doesn't become that anymore.
Well, yeah. And then there's a point, and I think we're in the song, there's a point to recognize it's like, okay, this isn't good for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
This is not working. I mean, we're making it work because,
Yeah.
we're love drunk or whatever you want to call it. But like, there's a point, and I think a lot of us have felt it. I know I have, where you're just
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like, yeah, this ain't working.
Yeah.
This is not cool. Like, I mean, yeah, you're cool and everything, but nah. There's something else out there for me, and I gotta do that.
Yeah.
Kind of relating to what we talked about last week, right?
Yes. Yeah.
There's a line in there: we spend our time making the same mistakes
Yep.
on both ends.
Oh.
Yep.
It's just as me as an individual, man. Oh, that line hits, bro.
Yeah.
But it rocks too at the same time.
Yeah,
It's bang, bang, bang. Like, I love the I love the music. Like you said, it's kind of like metalcore, but like it's got something more melodic on it.
Yeah.
Like and it just rocks. That's why I know they don't sound like the Used, but I think they have the same,
I know what
like
you mean.
like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
the same approach to the
Kinda-
emotion.
Yeah.
And the good balance between like the singing and the screaming
Yeah.
and kind of going back and forth. Like it's so cool. With that, I want to get into the second song. This next song, because on their on the Bandcamp, this next song is called Imitate.
Okay.
And on the Bandcamp, on the description, he puts, lyrically, I had to come to terms with my own demons and ashes, not using my mental health as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I burned bridges and lost friends, and it's my own doing. All we can do is learn to be better. To me, this talks all about accountability,
Mm-hmm.
of recognizing, okay, I was in a bad place and I did some bad shit.
Yeah.
And I recognize that, okay, I probably can't mend those, but what I can learn is to learn from it and be better.
Yeah.
And so let's play it from the beginning though.
Mm-hmm.
Imitate by Honey and Verosa. Love a good guitar echo. For sure,
Mhm. This is also very different too.
Oh, the guy, the was
Yeah.
played by the guy with the flying V.
Yeah.
With the flag.
Wait for it.
That little guitar portion reminds me a lot of the Paul story.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of like how the guitar is
I kind of like the tortured pause, like in
Yes.
the middle.
Yes.
Bullet for My Valentine did it all perfectly
Yeah.
all the time.
there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like I think you're thinking a lot of rock music in general. There's a lot going on lyrically, but they have the simple riffs. Here it's like
But yeah,
split.
but you can tell when a band puts the music first.
Yeah.
So they put all the music together, like, okay, I'm gonna sing on top of that.
But it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, seeing this guy sing live, and he's holding and sustaining these notes for a long time. You know, it was just wow.
It takes a
felt
lot
it
of
right here.
training, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys heard of Mice and Man?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of metalcore
Kinda like
band.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we got another comment.
Oh yeah, he said imitate is actually for mental health awareness. A lot of self-sabotaging from bipolar disorder and imposter syndrome.
Yep.
Hell yeah. We've talked about both of
Oh
these.
my god,
things.
yes.
Yeah.
We talked about it last week. That
Mhm.
imposter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We talked about that. And you know, the first lyrics is Rage King Your Majesty.
Yeah.
To me, that's like the perfect name for mental health,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? I know me with ADHD, this dude comes up very often.
Yeah.
Bipolar comes up, depression comes up. I think Rage King is like the perfect name
Yeah.
for that, and how it just fucks shit up.
Oh yeah.
You can just go in unannounced
Yep. And it's just-
and takes over the kingdom and says, I'm in control now.
that
Yeah.
is exactly the like what you learn in therapy, at least for me, for PTSD, is like,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna come. Like, it's
Yeah.
identifying that to prevent it from either happening, like, so you can control it, or to limit how damaging it can be. Like, yeah, that it's the
It's
Rage King.
intense.
Like, it kind of just is there.
Mhm.
And you know it's gonna come.
When he comes, he doesn't come to,
Mhm.
to just listen. He comes to
Mhm.
rule the kingdom
Yep.
and take over, right? So it goes, Rage King, Your Majesty, listen close to why you feel so lonely. Start out this way,
Mhm.
brings you closer to heaven. Make peace or fade away. Take what you claim. You wanted it this way. This is mine to gain.
Okay.
So there's obviously like a lot of metaphor. There's a lot of things going on, but I think just kind of like what he was talking about, like the bulldozers that you create and the lies that you start telling yourself of like, I don't deserve this shit.
Mhm.
Who the fuck am I? The imposter syndrome
Yes.
comes in, and you start self sabotage yourself, kind of like what they're saying. If like, yeah, I don't deserve to be here. I don't deserve this
Mhm.
job. I don't deserve this relationship. And you justify these nasty feelings
Mhm.
and say, and you burn bridges. And so people in your life start saying like, fuck, what do you mean? Like, what's going on? Let me help you. But no, Rage King is control. And to me, I felt that. And I found myself, I mean, Strawberry Strawberry is awesome, but I found
Yeah.
myself having this song on repeat because it definitely, I felt that before. I've been there,
Mhm.
and cut people off that, didn't deserve it.
Mhm.
Convince myself, you know what? No, I'm not going to go for that. I don't deserve that.
Mhm.
And it's all lies. It's just shit that goes in your head. But because when Rage King's in control, not much you can do, right?
Exactly.
But what I like is the message is, yes, you can hold yourself accountable. And we've talked about accountability here on the show
Mhm.
before about, not using your mental illness or disorder or whatever you want to call it, not using it as an excuse,
Mhm.
and holding yourself accountable and saying like, okay, I recognize that my ADHD makes me feel a certain way or get moody, or irrational sometimes, and that affects my relationships. Miss Chaotic and I talk about it all the time. How sometimes my mood swings, or I took something she said completely out of context,
Yep.
and we talk about it. And so it's okay. I can hold myself accountable, but at the same time, not dwelling in it, because I think that's that's the
Yes.
other part of it too. Is like, then the Rage King goes, "All right, yeah, you're a fuck up. Yeah, look what you did. Yeah,
Mhm.
look it. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve anything, right?" And it's easy to get there.
Yep.
It's so easy to
Very
get there.
easy.
And to me, it's like it's a good example. Like, no, you can hold yourself accountable, but learn. Don't dwell.
Mhm.
Learn from the mistakes. Learn from what you've done. Learn how it feels, and recognize those triggers, so that way you don't do that shit again.
Mhm.
And to me, it took me a very long time to realize the shit I was doing.
Mhm.
And even to myself, and even like now, you're thinking, like you said, it can come at any time. You think you're doing great, oh, I'm doing awesome, you have a good time, having a good conversation, then
Yep.
bam,
Yep, you let your guard down and
bam, that's
Yep.
what it is. So I mean, amazing songs, amazing messages, amazing band. These dudes,
yeah.
awesome. And Figure and I just we're so glad that we caught up with them after the show.
Mhm.
These dudes are awesome. You can tell they're putting in the work.
Mhm.
They're actually recording some new music, I believe,
okay.
at the Let Down Studio. They're doing a lot of
Oh.
good stuff there at that studio, recording studio. So
Okay.
hopefully we'll get some new stuff from Honey and Verosa. Hopefully we'll maybe hear some new music. What you guys say?
Appreciate. He said, "Thank you guys so much."
Thank
Hell yeah.
Hey, man.
Okay, and
Thank you for being here with us.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us, Honey Verosa. You guys kick ass. You just straight up
Really good.
kick ass.
Very good.
And to me, I guess I take it as a personal insult that you have
So few.
so few listeners. Everyone right now. I think Big Mac, you're gonna give them a follow right now. Baines, I know you gotta hit them up. These dudes are so awesome,
Yep.
so cool. They're talking about the shit that we've been talking about here at RockMental.
Mhm.
Give them a follow, give them some support, and we'll once you guys put some new music, hit us
Yep.
up, guys. We'll put it out.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Should we get into some games?
Yes.
well,
but
first- Tell us who you guys think.
yes. I mean, that was a long music.
It was.
section.
Well, it was loaded with
it
like
was loaded with a lot of
those
Ooh.
filling things they keep talking about.
It's okay. Just to let you guys know, we don't collude. Okay, we don't like have a theme. Like we just bring our bands together, and for whatever reason, sometimes it all fits in.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that was good week, guys. Good
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
Very
Tell, tell us. I mean, your Black Mirrors is probably biased. I know you'll pick Honey and Verosa, but
Yeah.
yeah, everyone in the comments tell us who your favorite was this week.
Yep.
You gotta admit it, guys. We
brought it. We
we
brought it.
brought it this
We
week.
brought it.
We brought it this week.
If you're in the comments, if you're with us live, please let us know who you followed. Let us know who you
Yes.
followed. Or if you're listening to us later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music, let us know in the comments which band resonated with you.
Mhm.
Which
Mhm.
one? Oh, what do we got? Big Mac.
Big
Let's
Mac
say let's
said
say it.
Chaotic brought the heat this time.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Big Mac.
I can't disagree. Though.
I'm gonna
I
say
can't
I'm
disagree.
gonna say it's a matter of taste.
No,
I can't disagree.
No.
all three artists are really good, but
But I think I have some new material for the old workout
that's
playlist.
right.
Yeah.
That's right, dude. Yeah. So let us know in the comments if you're listening to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music. Please, we want to hear from you. If you're listening to us on Facebook
Mhm.
or Instagram, I believe you can still comment even after this live stream is
Yeah.
over.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
please let us know. Let us know who you're following. Let us know what you thought of our take. And Los Juanos,
Mhm.
let us know if Grumpy got it right.
Yes.
Devin Thompson, let us know if you know what we got. We'd love to
Mhm.
hear from you. We'd love to hear from our artists. Big Mac's been
yeah.
one of our awesome fans. This is a dude, and we just love talking to the guys we're able to talk to. I mean, it's the best part of our job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Best part of our job,
It really is.
talking to these bands. So yeah, we did good this week,
Yeah,
guys.
we brought it.
Oh. I was gonna go with Devin Thompson, but I forgot that Chaotic was doing Honey and Verosa this week. So I got to go with Honey and Verosa.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
No diss to Devin Thompson. I showed them to Mayhem. I only listened to like a clip from Instagram, but she's really good.
Yeah.
But
She is.
I really like Honey and Verosa.
Matter of taste.
I'm gonna totally say I was biased because I've seen it live.
that usually changes your perspective.
Oh my god, they're so kick ass.